4:45 and the alarm don't need to ring anymore. Been waking up at this hour for 37 years, body just knows. Boots by the door, thermos on the counter, same as every morning. Drive the 3 blocks to the station in the dark, turn the sign from closed to open, and wait for the world to start. First customer is always Roy Patterson. Farmer been coming in since his daddy used to come in. He gets the same thing, diesel black coffee, nothing else. We don't talk much before 5. Both understand that some hours aren't built for conversation, just for being up in the dark together, which is its own kind of company. I've pumped gas for this town since 1987. Watched the Hendersons' kids grow up and have kids. Watched the mill close and watched people leave. Watched some of them come back. Watched a few never make it back at all. The station stayed open through all of it. That's what a gas station is for in a town like this. Not just fuel, something that stays open. Before the diner puts the coffee on, before the school buses make their run, before the town remembers what it has to do today. I'm already here, already open, lights already on, because somebody has to be the first light on in a town that needs a first light on. And I've been that light for 37 years. People tell me things at the pump they don't tell anyone else. I don't know why exactly. Maybe because you're only here for 3 minutes. Maybe because I've never once repeated a word. Maybe because the pump is running, and there's something about a running pump that makes people feel like what they say just passes through and disappears. My son asked me once why I never left this town, this station, this life. I told him somebody has to know where things are. Somebody has to remember that the miller's oldest boy was born during the blizzard of '93. That the Garcias moved here from Texas in 2001. That the old oak by the courthouse was planted the year the town was incorporated. And I'm that somebody, which turns out to be enough. Before the diner puts the coffee on, before the school buses make their run, before the town remembers what it has to do today. I'm already here, already open, lights already on, because somebody has to be the first light on in a town that needs a first light on. And I've been that light for 37 years. I'm not the mayor, not the pastor, not the coach, not the sheriff, just the man at the pump who knows every name and keeps the lights on before anyone else does. 6 o'clock and the town is waking up now. Cars pulling in one after another. I know every face before they pull up to the pump. Know the Johnsons are heading to the county seat. Know the Murphy's daughter has a game today. Know old Pete takes the long way home from here, just to have somewhere to go in the morning. I wave at all of them, and they wave back. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole beautiful thing. Lights already on. 37 years, the whole beautiful thing.
Table 4 wants the usual, which is 2 eggs over easy, wheat toast, no butter, side of bacon, coffee black, refill before they ask. I've been taking that order for 11 years. Don't need to write it down, don't need to ask, just bring it. That's what 11 years looks like. I know this town by what it orders. Tom Bradley gets the biscuits and gravy every Thursday, which means he had a hard week and needs comfort. Martha Chin gets the fruit cup and black coffee, which means she's watching something, or stop watching something. The difference is in how she says good morning, and I've learned to hear the difference. People think waitressing is forgettable work, that we don't remember faces or names, that we're just filling cups and taking plates away. But I remember everything. I remember the couple on their first date, who sat at table 7 and argued about nothing, and came back every Saturday for 6 years after, until the Saturday they didn't. This diner is the center of this town, even when nobody says it out loud. Every piece of news passes through this counter. Every grief comes in for coffee, every celebration gets the pie. I am the keeper of 1,000 small stories that nobody writes down, because nobody has to, because I remember. My feet hurt by 10 o'clock every morning, have since the beginning. I bought 4 different pairs of shoes, trying to fix it. Nothing helps. You just learn to carry the hurt differently, the way you learn to carry everything, by finding the rhythm of it, by making it part of the work. Sometimes I think about leaving, going somewhere that doesn't know my name, somewhere I don't know the orders, somewhere nobody waves at me from their car. Then old Earl comes in at 7:45, like he has for 20 years. Sits at the counter, says good morning Diane, like I'm the best thing about his morning. And I think, maybe later, maybe someday, but not today. This diner is the center of this town, even when nobody says it out loud. Every piece of news passes through this counter. Every grief comes in for coffee, of 1,000 small stories that nobody writes down, because nobody has to, because I remember. There are mornings I walk in before opening, stand in the empty diner in the quiet, look at the booths and the counter, the stools, the menus, the pie case, and I feel something I can't name exactly. Something like belonging, something like purpose, something that makes the feed worth it. 8:30 and the morning rush is easing. Town's moved on to its day. I refill the sugar caddy, wipe down the counter, start the lunch prep in the back, put on a fresh pot. Nobody will order for an hour, because that's what you do. When you love a place, you keep it ready for whoever comes through the door next, because I remember. Keep it ready, not today.
First practice of the season starts at 6. Boys show up half asleep in the August heat. Same as every year, same look on their faces, like they don't know yet what this is gonna cost them or give them. I've been watching that look for 30 years, and I never get tired of watching it change. By October, those same boys look different. I was offered a college position in 1999, Division II, decent salary, bigger stage. My wife said it was my decision, which was true. I drove to the school the next morning, watched the boys running drills in the early light, and called the college back that afternoon. Said thank you, but I'm already where I need to be. I've coached boys who went on to play college ball, a few who made it further than that. And I've coached boys who never played after high school, who went into trades, into farming, into the service. And I can't honestly tell you which ones I'm more proud of. The answer changes depending on the day, depending on who I run into at the hardware store, depending on who waves at me from a truck. 30 years of Friday nights under these lights, 30 years of fourth quarters, 30 years of boys becoming whatever they become, on a field that doesn't care about the score as much as it cares about who you are. When the score isn't going your way, that's the whole point of all this. That's the whole 30 years of it. I've had fathers tell me I was coaching wrong, tell me their son should be starting, tell me I don't know what I'm doing. I listen. I don't always agree, but I listen. Because a father talking about his son, even when he's wrong about the football, is usually right about something else entirely. Last year's team lost 8 games. It was a hard season by the numbers, but I watched those boys fight through every one of those losses. Without quitting, without pointing fingers, helped each other up every time. At the end of the year, the quarterback said, "Coach, I think I learned more this year than any year." I said, "Son, I think you're right. That's the season I'll remember longest. 30 years of Friday nights under these lights. 30 years of fourth quarters. 30 years of boys becoming whatever they become, on a field that doesn't care about the score as much as it cares about who you are. When the score isn't going your way, that's the whole point of all this. That's the whole 30 years of it. I'm not famous, this town isn't famous, these Friday night lights don't make the national news. But every boy who walked off this field knowing something true about himself that he didn't know when he walked on, that's the whole stadium right there. That's the whole career. August practice, 6 o'clock. Boys half asleep in the heat. I blow the whistle and they start to move, and I think, here we go again. 30 years of here we go again. And I mean it every single time, like it's the first time, because it is. For them it always is. Here we go again. The whole 30 years, always the first time. Route 17 starts at Maple and First, ends at the county line 4 hours later. I've walked it or driven it every working day for 26 years. Know every mailbox by number and by name. Know which ones stick, which ones lean. Know which dogs are all bark and which ones you don't turn your back on. People think mail is just envelopes and packages, catalogs nobody asked for, bills that ruin Tuesday mornings. But I've delivered things that change people's lives on a Thursday afternoon, just like any other Thursday. A letter from a son who'd been out of contact for years, a notice that the farm was saved, a document that said someone was gonna be okay. I know things about this town that nobody knows. I know which family is behind on things, which house gets the college acceptance packets, which address has started getting medical mail. I carry all of it with the same expression, because the mail doesn't need my opinion, it just needs to get there. 26 years of the same streets, same houses, same names on the boxes. The town changed around me slowly. New families moved in, old ones moved on, but the mail kept coming and I kept carrying. Somewhere in those 26 years, I stopped being the mailman and became part of the town itself. Just part of what this place is. Mrs. Aldridge is 91, lives alone on the end of Birchwood Drive. I always knock when I have a package, even when I could leave it on the porch. She opens the door and we talk for a minute about nothing important, which is the most important thing that happens to her that day, and sometimes to me too. My son asked me if I ever get bored walking the same route, same houses, same faces. I told him the route changes more than you think, not the streets, but people on the streets. But baby, that was born last year, is walking now. The yard that was empty has a garden now. The old man in the blue house has his daughter's car in the driveway more often lately, and I notice all of it, because noticing is part of the job. 26 years of the same streets, same houses, same names on the boxes. The town changed around me slowly. New families moved in, old ones moved on, but the mail kept coming and I kept carrying. And somewhere in those 26 years, I stopped being the mailman and became part of the town itself. Just part of what this place is. The uniform is just a uniform, the route is just a route, but the woman at the end of Birchwood Drive, waiting for her 1 minute of company, she's not a route, she's the reason. Last house on the route, end of the day, I put the last letter in the last box. Stand there for a second, the way I always do. Look back at the street I just covered, same street I'll cover tomorrow. Same houses, same names, different things inside the boxes. Always different things inside the boxes. Always different things inside the boxes. Different things inside. Part of what this place is. The reason. The reason. People call me by my first name here. Ever since I got back, before the service, nobody called me anything except hey or kid or number in a line. Coming home to a place that knows your name is something you don't understand the value of until you've been somewhere that doesn't know you at all. I came back different, that's the honest answer. Not broken, not the way people sometimes assume. Just different, like a piece of furniture that's been moved and fits fine in the new spot, but you can still see where it used to stand. I fit fine here, I can still see where I used to stand. The town does a thing on Veterans Day, small ceremony, same park, same speeches. I've sat in that folding chair for 20 years. Sometimes the speeches are good, sometimes they're just speeches. Either way I go, because the people who show up are showing up for something real, and that deserves a man in a folding chair. This town knows my name and I know theirs. That's not nothing, that's not a small thing. After where I've been and what I've seen, a place that knows your name and waves from across the street and asks how you're doing and means it is the whole world, is every reason I went and every reason I came back. I work at the hardware store on Tuesdays, not because I need the money, because I need somewhere to be on Tuesdays. 'Cause idle mornings are harder than working mornings, because Frank at the counter is the kind of man who talks enough and doesn't talk too much, which is exactly the right amount. Young veterans come to me sometimes, not for speeches, not for wisdom, just to sit in the same room with someone who went somewhere they went. I understand that need, it's the same need the town serves for me. Just the knowledge that someone else was somewhere real and came back and is standing here on Main Street on a Tuesday morning. This town knows my name and I know theirs. That's not nothing, that's not a small thing. After where I've been and what I've seen, a place that knows your name and waves from across the street and asks how you're doing and means it is the whole world, is every reason I went and every reason I came back. I don't talk about it much, most people here don't ask, which is the right instinct. The ones who ask too much are usually asking for themselves. The ones who just wave from across the street, those are the ones who understand. Morning walk, same route most days, past the diner, past the hardware store, past the school where I went before. Everything, before I knew what the world outside this town was. I nod at the people I know, which is everyone, and they nod back, which is everything. This town knows my name. Everything came back.
14 has been my room for 23 years. Same chalkboard, updated to a whiteboard now. Same window that looks out onto the playground. Same view of the oak tree I've watched through 23 autumns of colored leaves. The room changes every September. 30 new faces who don't know the rules yet, who don't know me yet, which is my favorite part. People ask me which students I remember most, expecting me to say the ones who were difficult, or the ones who went on to do impressive things. But honestly, I remember the quiet ones best. The ones who took 3 months to raise their hand, the ones who figured something out on a Wednesday in November, when nobody else was watching, and looked up at me like I was the only one who'd understand. And I was, and I did. I've taught children of children I taught, which is a thing that happens when you stay somewhere long enough. Tommy Henderson's daughter is in 3rd grade now. She has the same look when she's thinking hard, same crinkle between the eyebrows, like thinking is a physical thing, which maybe it is, which maybe that's why I love watching it happen. Every September is a beginning I didn't earn. 23 Septembers of people who walk in and trust me before they have any reason to. Children who believe teachers are safe before they've learned not to. I hold that trust like it's the most important thing I carry, because it is, because it might be the most important thing anyone carries. The pay could be better, everybody knows. I've had years where I bought supplies myself without mentioning it. Not because I'm noble, because the supplies needed buying, and mentioning it felt like asking for something I didn't want to ask for. Some things you just do because the room needs it, and you're the one in the room. At the end of the year, when they move up, I stand at the door and watch them go, each one of them heading somewhere new, with something I hope I gave them, something useful, something true, something they'll carry without knowing they carry it. The way I carry things my own teachers gave me, without knowing who gave them. Every September is a beginning I didn't earn. 23 Septembers of people who walk in and trust me before they have any reason to. Children who believe teachers are safe before they've learned not to. I hold that trust like it's the most important thing I carry, because it is, because it might be the most important thing anyone carries. Room 14 will be here in September. New faces, I'll stand at the door the first morning and watch them come in uncertain and new, and feel the same thing I felt 23 years ago the first time. Something like a beginning, something like a privilege, something like a gift I get to open every single September. This afternoon the room is quiet, papers to grade, tomorrow's lesson to plan. Light coming through that window at the angle it gets. In October, warm and low, I sit at my desk in the empty room, and I'm not lonely, I'm exactly where I should be, in the room that's been mine for 23 years. Getting ready to begin again. Getting ready to begin again. 23 Septembers, something like a gift. Something like a gift.
"81 years old and I still get up before the light. Not because I have to anymore. My son runs most of it now, but because the morning before the light belongs to me in a way nothing else does now. The body knows the hour, even when the hour doesn't need the body anymore. I farmed this land for 60 years. My father farmed it before me. His father broke it from prairie with horses and a determination I can barely imagine from where I stand now, what it cost them to make this what it is. I know because I know what it cost me, and they started with less. People ask me what I know after 81 years, what I tell a young farmer starting out. I tell them 3 things. The weather will be wrong when it matters most. The bank will be more patient than you think when you're honest. And the land remembers how you treat it. Everything else you figure out as you go. I've put my hands in this soil every decade since I was 20, and the soil has given back not everything I asked for, but everything I needed, which is a different thing. And learning the difference is the whole 60 years of it. My grandson wants to take it somewhere new. Different crops, different methods. He has ideas that are probably right. I've made peace with that. The land doesn't belong to what I know. It belongs to whoever tends it, and he tends it well. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only legacy worth leaving. Last Last Tuesday I walked the south field alone. Just walked it slow, the way I used to. Ran my hands through the soil, the way my father taught me. He said, you can tell everything from the soil if you've been paying attention long enough. After 60 years, I can tell a few things. After 81 years, I can tell a few more. The most important thing is this field is healthy, which means I didn't ruin it, which is more than some can say. I've put my hands in this soil every decade since I was 20, and the soil is giving back. Not everything I asked for, but everything I needed, which is a different thing. And learning the difference is the whole 60 years of it. The young think the old don't understand change. The old think the young don't understand patience. We're both partly right, which means we need each other, which is maybe what a farm family is. Generation correcting generation in both directions. Afternoon light on the south field, my grandson working the equipment in the distance. I watch from the fence the way my father watched me, the way his father watched him. The chain of watching, the chain of learning, the chain of handing something on that was handed to you. 81 years and the chain holds. That's the only thing I was here to make sure of. The chain holds everything I needed. 81 years.
We opened this store the year we got married, which was 41 years ago, September same month, which wasn't planned but felt right. Two beginnings at once, the store and the marriage, both of them still open, both of them still standing. People ask how we work together every day. Don't you drive each other crazy? The answer is yes, sometimes. But crazy is relative. Crazy is the couple who never sees each other. Crazy is not knowing what your person is like. At 2 in the afternoon on a hard Wednesday, after a shipment didn't arrive and a customer was unreasonable, I know exactly what she's like then, and she knows what I'm like, which is either a warning or a gift, depends on the day. She handles the accounts and the ordering, I handle the floor and the advice, which is how we divided things in 1983. And it still works, not because we never questioned it, but because we did question it and kept deciding it worked. The same way you keep deciding a marriage works. by deciding it every morning. 41 years of the same storefront, 41 years of open and close signs, 41 years of knowing where everything is and knowing where she is, which is the same kind of knowing, the same kind of comfort, built from the same material, time and showing up. The town comes to us for what they need and stays for a minute more than necessary. But we encourage, the extra minute is the point. The extra minute is where the town actually talks to itself, with just the reason people stop. The hardware's the excuse, the conversation's the thing. Our daughter wants to take it over. Since she was 12, stacking shelves, she knows the store better than either of us now, better than the inventory system, better than the accounts. She knows which customers need what before they asked, the way we did after a few years, the way you learn a place by being in it, by choosing to stay in it. We're gonna let her have it, the whole thing. That's why we built it to last. 41 years of the same storefront, 41 years of open and close signs, 41 years of knowing where everything is and knowing where she is, which is the same kind of knowing, the same kind of comfort, built from the same material, time and showing up. Marriage and a hardware store are more alive than you think. Both require knowing where things are, both require showing up when you don't feel like it. Both require someone who knows which screw goes where, when everything else is falling apart. Closing time on a Thursday, she's finishing the books I'm sweeping up, same as 1,000 Thursdays before this one. I watch her from across the store, the same way I watched her 41 years ago. In a different context, same feeling. She looks up and catches me, says what? I say nothing. She goes back to the books, and I go back to sweeping. And the store holds all of it, the way it always has, the way it always has. Time and showing up. I've been packing boxes for 3 days, and each one feels like a question I haven't answered yet. What do you bring when you're leaving everything to go somewhere that doesn't know you exist? Mom keeps bringing things I didn't ask for: a blanket soup mix, a photo from junior prom. I put them in the box because arguing about soup mix isn't the point. I've wanted to leave this town for 4 years, said it out loud plenty of times to my friends, to my bedroom ceiling. Counted down the months, the semesters, and now the boxes are packed. And I'm driving past the water tower tomorrow, for the first time going and not coming back the same day. And something is different than I expected. Coach Williams stopped me outside the hardware store, said, "I'm proud of you, son," which is 4 words, but they weighed a lot. Mr. Patterson at the gas station filled my tank, said it's on the house today, which he's never done before. Which is the kind of thing that happens when you're leaving, which is the kind of thing you don't notice until you're leaving. I wanted to leave, but now I'm leaving, and it's not what I thought it would feel like. I thought it would feel like escape, like a door opening to something bigger, and it does. But it also feels like something else, something I don't have a word for yet, something that looks like the water tower from the highway ramp, getting smaller in the rear view. My best friend is staying, different plans, different road. We said we'd stay in touch the way you say things when you're 18 and don't know what staying in touch cost over distance. We'll find out. I hope we find out on the side that keeps the friendship. But I don't know, and not knowing is a new feeling. My dad stood in the driveway last night after I thought he'd gone to bed, just standing there looking at the car packed up ready. I came out and stood beside him for a while. We didn't say much. He said, "I'm going to miss you," which was the most honest thing he'd said to me in years. And I said, "I'm going to miss you too," which was the most honest thing I'd said to anyone in weeks. I wanted to leave, and now I'm leaving, and it's not what I thought it would feel like. I thought it would feel like escape, like a door opening to something bigger, and it does. But it also feels like something else, something I don't have a word for yet, something that looks like the water tower from the highway ramp, getting smaller in the rear view. I'll come back for Thanksgiving, I'll come back for Christmas, I'll come back for the summer maybe, I'll come back different, and the town will be the same, and figuring out how those two things
voices in the car, Mom hugging longer than usual, Dad standing straight like everything's fine, which means everything is both fine and not fine, which I understand now better than I did yesterday. I put it in drive. Main Street one last time before the highway, past the gas station, past the hardware store, past the diner, past the school. All of it smaller than it looked when I was inside it. All of it more important than I knew. More important than I knew. Getting smaller in the rear view. I'll come back. I'll come back. He left on a Tuesday in August, which I remember precisely, because I counted the hours wrong, thought he was leaving at 2. He left at 11, and I had 3 fewer hours than I thought I had to be ready for it. The house is louder now than it used to be, which is backwards from what I expected. I expected quiet, but quiet turns out to have texture, and the texture of quiet with someone missing is different from the quiet of a house that was always quiet. It has a shape to it, the shape of a person not there. I call him on Sundays, he calls back when he can, which isn't always Sunday, but I keep Sunday free anyway, just in case. Keep it free the way you keep a porch light on, not because you know they're coming, just because you want the light there if they are. I drove him to leave and now I'm waiting, which is what parents do, which is what my parents did for me, which I didn't understand then, the way he doesn't understand now, that this is the whole job. Getting you ready to not need me, and then waiting for you to come back anyway, not because you need to, because you want to. I went into his room last week, not morbidly, just went in. His posters are still there, his old trophies on the shelf. The smell of the room is starting to change, which nobody tells you about, how a room smells like a person until it slowly stops, and then it just smells like a room. He's coming home for Thanksgiving, which is 3 weeks away. I've checked the calendar approximately 47 times. His mother says I'm being dramatic, I say I'm being accurate. Either way, the calendar is marked, and the porch light will be on, and I'll find something to be doing in the kitchen when he pulls in. So I look busy instead of waiting, even though I'm waiting. I drove him to leave and now which is what parents do, which is what my parents did for me, which I didn't understand then, the way he doesn't understand now, that this is the whole job. Getting you ready to not need me, and then waiting for you to come back anyway. Not because you need to, because you want to. My father waited for me too. I didn't come back as often as I should have. I know that now. I'm gonna tell my son that not his guilt, just his information, just so he knows that the light was on and I was in the kitchen. And I know what it means now, and I hope someday he does too. Afternoon in an empty house, November light, 3 weeks out. I'm sitting in the kitchen, because I'm always in the kitchen now. Because the kitchen was always where we ended up, where everything happened that mattered, where he'll come in the door in 3 weeks, and I'll look up from whatever I'm pretending to do and say hey, and he'll say hey, and for about 10 minutes the house will have its shape back. The house will have its shape back, waiting for you to come back anyway. The light will be on.
Sunday morning sermon takes me all week to write. I start on Monday with a thought that seems right. By Tuesday it's gone, and I'm back where I began. By Wednesday I'm questioning the whole plan. Thursday I find something worth holding on to. Friday I tear out half of what I wrote. Saturday night I sit with what remains and trust that whatever's left is enough. I've been pastor of this congregation now for 18 years in this same building. Baptized the babies who are in high school, buried the grandparents of those same children, married the couples who were teenagers when I first stood behind this pulpit, sat with people in their darkest hours and in their brightest ones too. People ask me if I ever have doubts, which deserves an honest answer. Yes, not about the big things usually, but on a cold Wednesday in February, when the words won't come
Someone in the congregation is suffering in ways I don't know how to address. Those Wednesdays, yes, and then Thursday comes and I keep writing. Showing up on Sunday is the easy part. The work is what happens Wednesday, when the words aren't there, and the doubt is louder than the faith, and you ride through it anyway. Because the people in those pews deserve someone who kept going through every Wednesday to get to them. The congregation is smaller than it once was. Fewer young families, more empty rows. This is true in most places like this now. I try not to take it personally, try to serve the people who are present with the same attention as if the room were full. Because to the ones who are here, it is full of everything they carried through the door. Last week old Margaret came up after the service. She's been in the front row longer than I have. Took my hand and said, "That's the one I needed this week." I don't know which part she meant. I said, "I'm glad it found you." She said, "You keep showing up." I said, "So do you." She smiled and said, "I suppose we're doing the same job then." I thought about that the rest of the day. I believe she's right. Showing up on Sunday is the easy part. The work is what happens Wednesday, when the words aren't there, and the doubt is louder than the faith, and you ride through it anyway. Because the people in those pews deserve someone who kept going through every Wednesday to get to them. The building is just a building, I know that well enough, but the people who fill it bring something with them that the walls hold and give back in that exchange, week after week, year after year. That is what I have given 18 years to. Sunday evening, now the sermon behind me. Whatever it was, it has been given. I sit in the empty room a few minutes, the way I do every week. Let the quiet settle around me. Think about Margaret in the front row. Think about the family who came for the first time today and left looking like they might return, which is everything, which was worth every Wednesday to get to. Worth every Wednesday they might return, showing up.
Robert passed 3 years ago in April. The farm didn't, which surprised some people, I think. They expected me to sell, expected me to move closer to the kids, expected me to be done with a life that had always been our life. But a farm doesn't stop because one person stops. I hired on 2 men to help with the heavy things, which Robert would approve of, I think. He always said asking for help wasn't weakness, it was logistics. I run the operation the way he taught me, which is the way his mother taught him, which is the way this land has always been run, by whoever was running it that season. People call me brave for staying. I don't feel brave. I feel like a woman who lives on a farm, who has work to do. Brave is what you called it from the outside. From the inside, it's just Tuesday. It's just the cattle need feeding. It's just the fence needs checking. It's just the work that was always there, still being there. The farm didn't stop for the grief, and maybe that's the mercy in it. Something that needed me to keep going, even when I didn't know if I wanted to. The cows don't know about grief, the fields don't wait for grief to pass, which meant I didn't wait either, which might have saved me. I'm not sure, but I think it might have. I still talk to him sometimes, out loud in the south field where nobody can hear, about the crop, about the weather, about the decision I'm not sure about. He was better at some decisions than I am. I've had to get better at them, which I have. Not because I wanted to be better at them, because the decision still needed to be made. My daughter wants me to get a dog, says the house is too quiet. She's right that the house is quiet, but quiet isn't the same as empty. And I've made a kind of peace with the quiet that doesn't need a dog to fix it, though I might get one anyway. Not because I need, because Robert always wanted one, and we never got around to it. The farm didn't stop for the grief, and maybe that's the mercy in it. Something that needed me to keep going, even when I didn't know if I wanted to. The cows don't know about grief, the fields don't wait for grief to pass, which meant I didn't wait either, which might have saved me. I'm not sure, but I think it might have. I am not the same as I was before April 3 years ago, but the farm is mostly the same. The same fields, the same work, the same sky at the end of the day that he and I watched together for 44 years. I watch it alone now, but I watch it. Evening chores, same time as always, the light going golden the way it does in this particular field at this particular hour. I stood at the fence last night and the light was so exactly right, so exactly what it used to be, that for a moment everything was the same as before, and then it wasn't. And I went back to work. I watch it. The work was always there. The light was so exactly right.
I've played every event in this town for 22 years. The 4th of July, the county fair, the homecoming dance, the Christmas parade, the wedding receptions, the retirement parties, the funerals too. Not many musicians do the funerals, but I think they're the most important gigs I play. I had bigger plans once. Everyone who plays guitar has bigger plans once. Mine involved Nashville and a record deal, and a version of myself that was going somewhere. I drove to Nashville twice in my late 20s, sat in the cafes, played the open mics, met people who were better than me, and people who weren't but wanted it more, and came home both times for different reasons that were really the same reason. The town needed a musician, not a famous one, not a touring one, just someone who could play at the school fundraiser, someone who knew the old songs, someone who would learn your grandmother's favorite song. For her 80th birthday party, and play it without being asked twice, and not charge more than you could afford. Fame is one kind of life, this is another kind. I've played for every important moment this town has had for 22 years. I was there when the Hendersons got married, when the Martinez baby was christened, when the town said goodbye to people it loved. I was the sound of this town. At every moment it needed a sound, and I am glad, I am genuinely glad. I teach lessons on Tuesday afternoons, kids who will mostly not become musicians, but who will carry a song inside them somewhere for the rest of their lives, which is the whole point of music, not performance, carrying something you can reach for when you need it most. Saturday nights I play the diner sometimes just for myself, really. The tips are modest, but the playing is good. People eat and listen, and sometimes they don't listen, and that's fine too. Music doesn't require attention to be real, it just requires playing, which I will do until I can. Fame is one kind of life, this is another kind. I've played for every
was christened, when the town said goodbye to people it loved. I was the sound of this town. At every moment it needed a sound, and I am glad, I am genuinely glad. Nashville still calls sometimes in my head, at least I let it ring. And then I look at the list of things I'm playing this month, and I think, this is the show, this is the whole tour. 22 years in one town, playing every room that mattered to everyone who was in the room, which is its own kind of fame, the kind that waves at you from the hardware store. Tonight I'm playing the Miller's anniversary dinner. 40 years, just family. They asked for old songs, which is what people always ask for when they want to go somewhere real. I'll bring the old songs, I always bring the old songs. They're the reason I started playing. They'll probably be the reason I stop, but not tonight. Not tonight. The sound of this town, I am genuinely glad.
The rodeo comes to town every July. Third week, same ground since before my grandmother, which she told me about when I was 9. Standing at this same fence, watching the same events. I've been working the rodeo for 4 summers now. Started at the gate, moved to the concessions. This year I'm in the arena, which is the only place I ever wanted to be. I work with the horses mostly, getting them ready, calming them. The ones that are nervous before the shoot, which is all of them. They're not afraid of the arena, they're afraid of the moment before, which is a feeling I understand from before my own moments, which are smaller than a rodeo horse, but feel the same way from inside. My dad wanted me to do something else this summer, something with a future, he said, which is a fair thing for a father to say. I told him horses have a future. He looked at me for a while and said, all right, but think about what comes after. I said I will, which is true, but right now it's July, and the horses need settling, and the arena is calling, and after can wait until August. Every summer this town comes alive in a way it doesn't the rest of the year. The rodeo brings something with it that can't be bought or planned, just that particular July electricity. It smells like horses and dust and funnel cake, and everything being exactly right for exactly 1 week. And I am exactly here for it. The riders are something to watch, not the famous ones, the local ones. Boys from 3 counties which is the face of someone who has decided this is worth it. My grandmother came on the last day this year, sat in the same spot she always sat, said it's the same every year. I said, I know, that's why I love it. She said, you sound like your grandfather, which was the best thing she could have said. He worked as a rodeo 40 years ago, before I was a possibility, before my father was a father, and the rodeo was here then too. Every summer this town comes alive in a way it doesn't the rest of the year. The rodeo brings something with it that can't be bought or planned, just that particular July electricity. It smells like horses and dust and funnel cake, and everything being exactly right for exactly 1 week. And I am exactly here for it. This won't last forever, I know that. Nothing that feels this right lasts forever. But I'm not thinking about forever. I'm thinking about the horse in lane 4, who needs settling before the chute opens, and the arena full of people who came here to see something real, and I'm going to give it to them. Last night of the rodeo, the lights are on and the crowd is full. I'm in the arena doing what I came here to do, and for 1 minute between tasks I stop and look out at all of it. The lights, the horses, the crowd, my grandmother in her spot, the summer around all of us, and I think this is the one. This is the summer I'll come back to when I'm trying to remember what right felt like. What right felt like. Exactly here for it. After can wait until August.
I can tell you what's wrong with a truck by the sound it makes pulling into the lot. Before the driver says a word, before I look under the hood. 28 years of listening to every problem this county drives in with has given me an ear for trouble that goes beyond engines. People tell me things while they're waiting, more than you'd expect. There's something about waiting for your vehicle that makes people talk. Maybe because they're not going anywhere, maybe because the shop feels outside the normal rules, maybe because I'm holding something they need and they trust me with it, so they trust me with other things too. I fix cars for 3 generations of some families. The Kowalski family is on their 4th. The grandmother station wagon in '96, her son's truck through the 2000s. His daughter's car now just turned 16. She came in nervous, new driver. I said, we'll take care of you, which is what I say to everyone, which I mean every time. Everything breaks eventually,
That's not pessimism, that's physics. But most things can be fixed if you know where to look, if you have the patience to look, if you don't assume the worst before you've checked the obvious things, which is advice about engines and also about most other things. The work is cleaner than people think. I keep the shop clean because I think clearly in a clean shop. My father was a mechanic too. His shop was not clean, which is why he sometimes missed things. I don't say that critically, just as information I took and used differently. This town needs a mechanic the way it needs a doctor, not every day. But when it needs one, it really needs one, and I'm the one, which is a responsibility I've taken seriously since I was 26 and just starting out. And old Warren Hicks trusted me with a 78 pickup that he loved more than most things. And I fixed it right, and he came back for the next 15 years because of that one job done right. Everything breaks eventually. That's not pessimism, that's physics. But most things can be fixed if you know where to look, if you have the patience to look, if you don't assume the worst before you've checked the obvious things, which is advice about engines and also about most other things. At the end of the day, I wash my hands, which never come completely clean. There's always something left, which I've made peace with, because the work leaves a mark, which means the work was real, which means I was here, which is all a man can really ask for. Last job of the day, Henderson's truck, routine oil change, hands moving through the familiar motions, mind somewhere else, which is fine. The hands know what to do after 28 years. The hands don't need the mind for the routine things. The mind gets to rest a little in the golden afternoon, in the shop that smells like every job I've ever done, in the life I chose on purpose, the life I chose on purpose. Most things can be fixed. The hands know what to do.
Friday night in a town of 3,000 isn't exactly high drama, but it's mine to watch over. It's been for 16 years. I drive the streets the way the mailman walks his route by feel as much as sight. Know which corner needs attention on a Friday. Know which family has a hard weekend sometimes. Know the difference between noise and trouble,
After 16 years, you know the difference. I got into law enforcement for the right reasons, which sounds like something everyone says, but I mean it specifically. I grew up here, I know these people. I wanted to be between the town and whatever the town needed to be protected from, which turns out to be mostly small things handled early before they become the kind of things that make the news. The high school game tonight brought a crowd, which means I'm visible and friendly, which is most of the job on a Friday night. Show up, be present, be approachable. Let people know someone's paying attention. The crime prevention in a small town is mostly just being known, being someone the troublemakers recognize and consider before deciding. I'm not the law in some abstract sense. I'm Danny Carver, who went to school here, whose mother is in the fourth pew on Sunday, who coached Little League for 6 years, who you've seen at the diner since he was 12. That's a badge this town gave me, not just the metal one, the one that came from being here and being known and being trusted. I've had to do hard things in this job, things that were the right thing, that didn't feel right while doing them, things I thought about for a long time after. The job doesn't let you off of that, doesn't make the hard things easier, just requires you to do them anyway and live with having done them, which is the part nobody tells you about. My daughter asked if she could ride along someday. She's 11 and serious about it. I said, when you're older. She said, how much older? I said, older than 11. She made a face that looked exactly like her mother and said, fine, but I'm doing it someday. I said, I know you are, which is true. She'll do exactly what she says, which is either gonna make her a great sheriff or a great everything else. I'm not the law in some abstract sense. I'm Danny Carver, who went to school here, whose mother is in the fourth pew on Sunday, who coached Little League for 6 years, who you've seen at the diner since he was 12. That's the badge this town gave me, not just the metal one, the one that came from being here and being known and being trusted. Tonight, the town is alive in that Friday night way it gets. Games and dinners in front porches, people out in the warm evening, living their lives in the open, which is what a safe town looks like, which is what I'm here to make possible, which is the whole 16 years of it. Into patrol, 11 o'clock, town settling in for the night. I park on Main Street for a few minutes, the way I always do at the end of a Friday. Watch the lights going off one by one, the diner, the hardware store, the gas station Bob will be back at in 5.5 hours. And I think we made it through another one, which is the whole job every Friday. We make it through another one. We make it through another one. We made it through another one. The badge the town gave me, 16 years.
August, and the whole Kowalski family comes with it, which this year means 17 people across 4 generations. Grandpa Jan, who came from Poland in 1974, and his wife Cecilia, who never lost her accent, and their 4 children, their children's children, their children's children's children, one of whom is 3 months old and has no idea what she's been brought into. They take the same amount of space every year, 3 picnic tables pushed together, the same tables if they can get them, which they usually can because they arrive early, because Grandpa Jan believes in arriving early to everything, always. He says the best things go to the people who got there first, which is about the fair and also about America, which he says without irony, it means completely. The food at the Kowalski table is both things what Cecilia made, which is always the same, and what the fair provides: hot dogs, fried things, sweet things. The mixing of the two feels like the family itself. 2 worlds are combined into one thing that is completely its own thing now, something that wouldn't exist without both parts. This is the family day, the one that doesn't need a reason, just the fair in the August heat, and 17 people who share a name, and a history in a particular way of being loud and loving each other at the same time. This is the day that will be remembered when someone asked what summer was like this year, every year, all the years, the county fair and the Kowalski family. The teenagers drift to their own corner, as teenagers do, text people who are 20 feet away, look mildly embarrassed by the family, the way teenagers look mildly embarrassed by everything. But they come back for the food, and they come back for Grandpa Jan's stories, which they've heard before, but which are better every time he tells them, because he adds things or remembers things differently, or the same things land differently when you're a year older. Grandpa Jan wins the pie-eating contest every year, not because he's particularly fast, but because he finishes every bite and leaves the plate cleaner than anyone else. He says waste is the real competition. You finish everything on your plate, you've already won. His grandson, who is 12, sits beside him every year in the contest, watching his grandfather eat pie like it's the most instructive thing he's ever seen. And maybe it is. This is the family day, the one that doesn't need a reason, just the fair in the August heat, and 17 people who share a name, and a history in a particular way of being loud and loving each other at the same time. This is the day that will be remembered when someone asked what summer was like this year, every year, all the years, the county fair and the Kowalski family. The baby is passed around the table, each set of arms learning her learning each set of arms. The newest Kowalski at the oldest fair, 3 months old under the August sky, held by people who will be her whole world before she knows what a world is.
This is how families work. This is how they stay families. A late afternoon and the fair's winding down. The Kowalskis are still at their tables. Nobody wants to be the first to say it's time. Grandpa Jan is telling a story everyone knows. Cecilia's laughing at the same part she always laughs at. The teenagers have forgotten to be embarrassed. The baby is asleep in someone's arms, and the county fair moves around them like it's been built around them, like it exists for this purpose, which maybe it does. This is how they stay families, the county fair and the Kowalski family, like it exists for this purpose.
Same folding chair, same spot on Main Street, like every year since I got back, which is 23 years now. My wife sets it up while I park the car. She knows where I want to be. Same spot, same angle, same view of the whole street, from the courthouse to the diner, which is the whole town, really. Parade starts at 10, always has. The high school band first, then the veterans in the cars, then the fire trucks, then the kids on bikes, then the floats built by whoever volunteered. The same order I memorized at 12, standing where people now sit and folding chairs on the same street, watching the same parade happen to different versions of the same town. The young veterans riding the cars now, boys from the recent wars. I watch them wave at the crowd. The crowd waves back, which is the right thing, which wasn't always the right thing for people who came back before. Some of us at different parades, I don't dwell on it, but I remember it. So I make sure I wave at them loud enough for both things. I am not the flag is the flag, but I stood in for what it means for a while in a place far from here. Now I sit in a folding chair on Main Street and watch it go by and feel something I still don't have. A single accurate word for pride and sorrow and gratitude, and something that is only available on the 4th of July in a small American town, watching a high school band play. My grandchildren are in the crowd somewhere, 3 of them in the bike section. I can't see them yet, but I'll hear them. They always yell Grandpa when they pass, in case I missed them, which I never do, which they know, but they yell it anyway, because being seen matters, even when you're certain of it. After the parade, the park. After the park, the fireworks. After the fireworks, home. Same sequence every year. My wife makes the same potato salad. My son brings the same beer. My daughter brings the kids, and the day completes itself The way good days complete themselves by becoming something you'll mention when someone asks about summer. I am not the flag is the flag, but I stood in for what it means for a while in a place far from here. And now I sit in a folding chair on Main Street and watch it go by and feel something I still don't have, a single accurate word for pride and sorrow and gratitude, and something that is only available on the 4th of July in a small American town, watching a high school band play. 23 years of this chair, 23 parades. I've cried at about half of them, quietly, which nobody notices. Or if they notice, they don't mention it, which is the kindness this town has always shown me, knowing what to notice and what to let pass. The last float goes by, the crowd begins to disperse. I stay in my chair a little longer, the way I always do. Letting the street go back to being a street, letting the day settle into what it was. My wife hands me a coffee from the thermos, says ready. I say in a minute. She sits on the curb beside my chair, and we watch Main Street become Main Street again, which is its own kind of parade. Its own kind of parade. A single accurate word for 23 years of this chair. We signed the papers on a Thursday, which felt like the wrong day for it. Felt like a thing that should happen on a Saturday with sunshine. Not a Thursday in a real estate office that smelled like carpet and old coffee. But the papers were ready on Thursday, so Thursday it was. We drove to the house after and sat in the driveway for 20 minutes, not ready to go in yet.
It's a 1962 ranch house on Elm Street, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. The yard needs work, the kitchen needs updating.
The previous owners had a dog, the floors know about the dog.
None of that mattered when we walked through, because the light in the back bedroom at about 4 in the afternoon is something we've never seen anywhere else.
And we looked at 37 houses. My parents lived 14 minutes away, which was one of the requirements. Her parents lived 40 minutes the other direction, which was an acceptable compromise.
We didn't plan to stay in this town, we planned to go somewhere interesting.
Then somewhere interesting kept not being ready. This
town kept being here.
And here, it turns out,
is what we needed. First house, first mortgage, first set of keys that are ours and only ours. First yard to learn, first neighbor to meet, first time the repairs are our problem, which sounds like a burden, which is a burden,
which is also the best thing that's happened to us.
'cause it's ours,
because we chose it,
because we're not leaving. We moved in on a Saturday, which was the right day for it.
friends came to help the way friends do.
We didn't have enough furniture. The living room echoed for a month.
We ate on the floor for 2 weeks,
And somehow those 2 weeks were the happiest of the whole year.
something about the empty house and the beginning of a thing,
And nobody
knowing yet what it was going to be.
The neighbors came over the first week, the Petersons with a pie,
Which we didn't expect.
which made my wife cry a little, which she'll deny.
I've met more people in 3 months here than I met in 4 years of the city before this.
People who know my name now,
Wave from across the street,
who will know our kids someday,
which is a thing I'm beginning to want.
first house, first mortgage, first set of keys that are ours and only ours.
First yard to learn, first neighbor to meet,
First time the repairs are our problem,
which sounds like a burden,
which is a burden,
which is also the best thing that's happened to us.
'cause it's ours,
Because we chose it, because we're not leaving.
we're gonna fix the kitchen,
Eventually,
we're gonna do the yard in spring,
we're gonna learn the neighbors' names
and find the good diner,
and know which gas station
and which mechanic,
and which coach
and which pastor.
and all the things that make a place
Stop being a place you live,
and start being the place you're from.
Friday night and the house is quiet. We're on the back porch we haven't fixed yet.
Which we're sitting on anyway.
The yard we haven't fixed yet.
Glowing in the evening light that first brought us here.
My wife has her coffee.
I have mine.
Down the street the town is doing its Friday thing,
And we are part of it now.
for the first time.
Part of this town,
In this house,
on this street,
that's ours.
that's ours.
Because we're not leaving the place you're from. Bob Patterson locks the gas station at night. Been open since 4:45 this morning. 15 hours of knowing everyone's name. He walks home the 3 blocks, passes the diner where Diane is finishing her shift. She waves, he waves, nobody needs to say anything. After enough years in the same town, the wave is the whole conversation.
Coach Williams is at the game,
Which he's always at on Friday nights.
30 years years of Friday nights. The stands are full tonight.
The Henderson boy who left for college Tuesday, come back for the weekend, came to the game,
Sat in his old section, which felt different and the same.
the way coming back
Always does.
Pastor Mike drove past the hardware store. The Kowalski couple's light is still on. They're doing the books, same as every Friday. He said a prayer for them without stopping.
The way he prays for everyone in this town,
In passing, in motion all day.
the town as a congregation,
Even when they're not in the pews.
3,000 people, and tonight they're all outside, on porches at the game, at the diner, walking the streets in the warm evening. All of them in motion, all of them connected by the same street,
The same name
the same Friday night.
that has always been this town's
Best version of itself.
The veterinarian's daughter is working the rodeo grounds, even though the rodeo is over.
She's with the horses because she's always with the horses.
The mechanic is at the game with his son.
His hands clean as they get, which is not completely clean, but clean enough for Friday night.
The mailman is on his porch,
Watching the street he walked this morning
from a different angle. The widow on the farm is watching the game on a radio.
She can hear the crowd from the porch on a quiet night.
Which tonight is. She has her coffee,
The dog beside her,
3 years of Fridays like this.
some of them harder than others.
Tonight is not the hardest kind,
Tonight the crowd noise comes through clearly.
and she thinks about going to the game.
Maybe next week,
Maybe soon.
3,000 people, and tonight they're all outside, on porches at the game, at the diner, walking the streets in the warm evening. All of them in motion, all of them connected by the same street,
The same name
the same Friday night.
that has always been this town's
Best version of itself.
The sheriff is making his rounds. The young couple is on their back porch.
The old farmer is already asleep.
He gets up at 4:45 too.
The teacher is grading papers.
The musician is
Playing the diner.
and his guitar sounds like the whole town.
Sounds like everything happening at once.
Sounds like 3,000 people
Doing their 3,000 different things
in the same 3 square miles,
on the same Friday night.
under the same sky. Bob Patterson walks home and sees his neighbor's light, the one that's been on since his wife passed in April.
He stops for a minute,
Thinks about knocking,
doesn't, will tomorrow,
instead he stands on his front porch,
and listens to the game noise drift over,
and the diner music drift over,
and the Friday night of the town drift over.
and he thinks we're all still here.
We're all still here,
Which is another,
which is the whole